Hi, everyone. I'm Ronit on the East Coast,
And I'm with Kate on the West Coast. And we are
and we are
hopelessly
hopelessly
unedited.
unedited. Close. So good to see everyone. We're actually going to play some games today, but before we
We
start,
are.
we are. It's going to be fun. We'll talk a little bit about our game nights prior to. But before we start, I want to address a couple of comments from the viewers. So the last episode we talked about spring around the world, and I posted a short. It's about when me and my husband and the girls, my daughters, went to Hong Kong a long time ago, and we encountered somebody's BO problem because we're shut in this upper deck of a tram in Hong Kong, and the smell was just like really crazy. So actually, my daughter saw that short, and her comment was, "That smell is seared into my mind." So do you
Oh,
guess if that's my older daughter's comment or that my younger
no.
daughter's comment?
Yeah, it's not the oldest.
You're right. That's right. So that's a one comment, which you guys will meet her because she had agreed to come on the podcast as our guest
I
in a
know,
couple of
I'm
weeks. So
excited.
yeah. And then the second comment I have, Kate, do you remember when we did the episode about the gross stuff that we did as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
And then you're giving me crap about eating fish eyes. You remember
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't giving you crap. I just had some
that?
reservations.
Okay, so I also have a short, and then people just like jumped on it, and there's some people was like, "Oh, I'll try it at least once," and somebody would say, "Oh, someone said that it's a delicacy," and I said, "So will you try it?" And he's like, "No way." And okay, I don't understand why fish eyes is so gross to Americans or, people from the Western culture. Remember we talked about Rocky Mountain oysters? So I did a search and make sure that it's not
Right.
these like gimmick that is just for
No,
tourists,
no,
like
it's
the
for real.
eating, what was it, crickets in Beijing? The Beijing streets, they feed you
Yeah.
crickets and
Crickets and
just gross stuff.
scorpions and whatever.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like a tourist gimmick. The locals don't eat it. And so it's a real thing. I mean, I personally think that fish eyes is less gross than balls. Come on, think about it. Do you agree? I just think it's unfair. So I want to bring it up.
Wow. I just got up, so like this question. No. Uh, I think I think they're both pretty bad, but I still think that eyes are really gross.
You know
You're
what? I
like you're
didn't.
seeing something, like it's connected to your brain, like your testicles, people can have, I don't know what they can, like, oh, I
I
don't
mean,
know, man.
it's
Of
a
course,
tough
I'm
one.
not some dude, right? So you're asking a person who doesn't have testicles. So maybe if you ask your husband, he would probably say, I would definitely eat the eyes over eating the testes. I don't know.
But the dudes are the ones that also said eyes are gross. But okay, there's a story as well about testicles. And I wasn't planning on telling it, but I'm going to tell it. So when I was
Okay.
in Hong Kong, of course, I did, you knew, I did a lot of athletic stuff. So I was in a running club. So I had a bunch of friends, and there was a beautiful girl that a couple of years older than me. I think I was 14 and she was 16 or something. 5'9", beautiful uh, girl. But for some reason, and I think because the guys, they all liked her and they always teased her. And the thing is that she was like 5'9", and guys in Hong Kong weren't very tall. And I think it's kind of like these unattainable goddess will just make fun of her kind of thing. She lived in, we talked about it, a lot of people in Hong Kong lived in government housing, but actually her mother has a farm in the outskirts of Hong Kong. And we don't have that anymore in Hong Kong right now. I think all the farm places all developed now for whatever it is. But it was a pig farm. So it's like terraces and they grew vegetables as well. So one day she invited all of us to her farm. And so we got there and there were pigs and there were like little piggies that they were, just a couple months old and they were so cute, little pink little piggies. And then, there's vegetables. So she said, okay, so we're going to make dinner. So let's just get the fresh stuff. So we help her get the vegetables. And all of a sudden, her mother just holler and say, "Hey, help me with the pigs!" And she's like, "Oh, what?" It's like, "Yeah, the little piglets. It's time." I'm like, and she's like, "Okay." So we all went to see what she was doing with the piglets. She was, they need to be fixed. So she picked up the piglets with a blade, castrate them all, and then sew them back together, and then all the testicles, it was like in a bowl. And then the guys, they were all like, "Oh my gosh, we're not gonna mess with her ever." After seeing her do that, I mean, it's necessity, right? Because you castrate the animals, so they, if they're not breeding ones, they're all fixed. And so dinner time, we had this soup, and I think her mother was the one that said, not her grandmother, her mother said, "Oh, everyone get this in your bowl. They have really good stuff. It's really good for you." So I eat it and I was like, this thing tastes like liver, but it doesn't shape like liver. And then the guys, they kind of looked at it. For some reason, they just kind of stopped. I guess it takes one to recognize another. So they knew it's testicles. So they would not eat it. So, the Rocky Mountain oyster, it's from, the cowboys, you don't waste anything. And so if they can do it, fish eyes is nothing. I mean, they fish too, right? They do fly fishing in the rivers of Montana, and I'm sure they eat fish eyes. They wouldn't waste the eye, right? You're kind of
I
speechless.
I I don't I don't know. I know there are some people who eat the head of things, like small fish or shrimp or whatever. Like my mom, she'll eat the head of the shrimp, like the inside anyway. Um, I won't touch stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, I won't. Like the fish eyes, all I can think about is that they sort of
They stare
they're
at you.
probably super gooey and like in some sort of gooey, and then when you bite into them, they pop in your mouth. Like, and
Um,
I, I mean, I, I don't think we'll come together on this. I think you'll be fine eating fish eyes, and I'll be fine being
okay.
grossed out every time you do it. I'm sorry. Uh,
So let me ask you this.
does it make you
If
feel
there's
bad? I mean, is it
no,
upsetting to you? Okay.
no, I just think that it makes no sense because it's not just you, right? You have people, you have men saying that fish eyes are gross, but a Rocky Mountain oyster, it's okay. You know? I just don't get it. But like if you're starving, you're stranded on an island, there are a
And
couple
all
of
they
fish
have is a
eyes
bunch of fish eyes. I
and
would
Rocky
probably
Mountain
eventually
oyster.
eat it.
Which one? Which one first? The
I
oysters?
would probably
Rocky Mountain
eat
oyster or
the balls first.
really?
Yeah.
Uh, it's more nutritious, I would say, probably, right? But okay, so much of that.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
mean to
okay.
upset you if I do upset you with my being grossed out.
No, I'm not upset. I think a lot of people are gross out, but I just don't understand why it's gross because it's not gross to me at all compared to balls. Balls are pretty gross, I think. Anyway. Okay, so actually this episode we're gonna play some games, and Kate and I have known each other for a long time, as you know, we've talked about it many times. And she hosts game nights at her house, and she still does, right?
I sure do.
Are you continuing? Yeah, you're continuing it. But when I was in Seattle, we would do game nights or a lot of games. So with COVID and the digital age, I just feel like people don't get together and do fun things a lot anymore. And those game nights are like some of the really best memories I have. I just remember rolling on the floor laughing. I don't know, Kate, if you remember some of these games that you're supposed to take a card and you're supposed to describe it. And you know how English is not my first language. And sometimes I would be like, can I take another card because I don't know what this word means? Yeah. So it's like all these fun things. So I thought that we just play a little bit of games
It was
over.
it wasn't just you. I had several people from different cultures come and play games, and they would all pop out the translation tools on, the Google Translate on their phone and go like, "What is this word?" And then like, or or actually understand. Like, so it was always pretty funny, and
So I was
there are
I
some
was the only
expressions that
one.
people even born here don't understand as well. So, everybody needs a
So
little bit of urban dictionary.
I was the only one that didn't look it up just because I didn't like the card, so I wanted a new one. So I was cheating basically.
No, no, because we let people get new cards. You're talking generally, I think the one that uh, made you the most uncomfortable that way has been Cards Against Humanity, because it had a bunch of dirty stuff. But that's not what we play anymore. Like we started game nights again over here, and we play a bunch of different games for groups. That I think we played Cards Against Humanity once out of like 10 times maybe that we've had game nights. So it's not a thing for us. Um, we play more like collaborative games. It seems to be what the group really likes. But it's fun to
Well,
have those.
that's yeah. The Cards Against Humanity, and that's I haven't played that because my younger daughter was really into it. So every time when she was around, she would make us play. But the funny thing is that my husband, how he's not a man with many words. He's pretty quiet, almost like serious, grumpy, however you want to call it. But nobody can make him laugh like his sister. So one time we played that game with his siblings and he laughed so hard. I have never seen him laugh like that. That was the first time. And then I realized the secret sauce, it's not the game or anything, it's his sister.
Perfect.
Okay, so I did some research because we are remote. So I found a couple of games that are that we could play, and I've never played it before. So I kind of explained how it works for WizKate before this started, and we play. So the first one we're gonna play. So we're gonna play it twice. It's called Fortunately, Unfortunately. So we prepare 4 sentences. I don't know what Kate's sentences are. She doesn't know what my sentences are. So each sentence would start with fortunately, and then the next person come in would say the unfortunately sentence. So we'll see what we come up with. So we have 4 sentences per game. So we're going to play this twice. So I prepared 8 sentences and it's already in order. I don't know what Kate's going to say. Kate doesn't know what my sentences are. So we'll figure out if it makes any sense, the story. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go to do the fortunately first, okay?
Okay.
All right. Fortunately, I took the hammer out of the dog bed.
So
Your
now I
turn.
go with unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, the microphones were still recording the entire pre-show gossip that we do.
Fortunately, the honey is all over the place.
Unfortunately, now you can clearly hear the dog snoring under the table, which is actually just my farts.
Fortunately, I balanced the china on my head.
Can you say again the last one you said?
Fortunately, I balanced the china on my head.
Unfortunately, none of us actually researched it.
Fortunately, I threw a rock to the porta potty.
Unfortunately, we're about to give them a lot of it.
All right. Okay. Okay, game 2 we switch. So you go first with the
Okay.
fortunately.
The first one didn't make very much sense. I think we're on
No.
completely different themes. So
Yeah.
I stayed with my theme, throughout.
Okay.
So it may not make sense again this time. We'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, fortunately, I arrived early with coffee to stay awake during this show. No coffee today.
Unfortunately, the Asian lady beetle escaped with the ticks.
Fortunately, the studio finally fixed the mysterious buzzing noise we had for the first few episodes. You guys remember that, right? Like,
yes.
zzz, or we couldn't hear it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't put my fist in my mouth.
Fortunately, today's topic is something everyone loves talking about.
Unfortunately, the mini umbrella fell out of my pants.
Fortunately, the podcast audience enjoys chaos.
Unfortunately, the fire engine sounds like Lisa Simpson. And I think we have it. It doesn't make any sense. I think we need to pick a topic and
or a
have
theme.
the sentences around the topic. Yeah. Okay, this is a learning experience, but I think it could be a fun game. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So the second game is simpler. So I've picked, and so with Kate, we both pick 4 movies or book titles, and then also 4 words or terms. And in the movie titles or the book title, we X out 1 word. So let's say when I say my first title, Kate would have to give me the first word she has.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see what the title looks like. Okay, so I'm going to tell my title. Star Wars, X of the Jedi.
Banana.
Star Wars, banana of the Jedi.
Nice.
Okay, and then you give me a title. I'll say my first word.
The blank.
Fortune cookies.
Lebowski.
Okay. And then I have a boy and his stock at the end of the
toaster.
Okay. Your turn.
So mine is Jurassic blank.
Fetish.
Jurassic fetish. I wonder what that is. I have a Jurassic fetish.
Okay. And then X, your word.
Pajamas.
Say your word. Home Alabama.
Pajamas, home Alabama. It sort of rhymes.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good, huh?
Okay, mine is Silence of the
Gold Digger. Okay. X, the word.
Pancake.
Buy me love.
Pancake, buy me love.
Buy me love.
Ah.
Okay.
The last one is back to the
Kung Pao chicken.
Let's go back to the Kung Pao chicken after all these games.
So these are the 2 games. Do we want to do the fortunately, unfortunately again, but pick a topic and just like whip it out?
I don't think we have time.
We have 10 minutes?
Right now. No, but I mean, it's going to take time to prepare and all this stuff. And
that is true.
It's going to be blank during the show.
I know. So do you, so I think preparing these, it would be pretty good. Like the fortunately, unfortunately, I didn't quite understand the game, or else we could have played this better.
Well, fortunately, we have other chances to play this game potentially.
Unfortunately. No, I don't know what to say now. So I'm not that quick.
Fortunately, it doesn't matter because I am.
So you are very good.
I remember playing a game at your house. recently visiting you over there in the Northeast.
Mahjong, everybody got
Mahjong,
pissed.
yeah.
I
I
got
can't
pissed.
wait to play that again with you. So, like, I've never seen you so competitive about a game or anything like this. You were just like businessman. She's grabbing those tiles, and they're like massive tiles, right? They're like this big. And she's grabbing like 10 of them, going plop, plop, plop on the table. No, Rob, you need to do this other one. Don't do that.
That's
And
part of
she
the
won
fun, the
like
slamming
boom,
down.
boom, boom.
I didn't win a lot. I mean, actually, Mahjong is not that difficult of a game. The basic concept, you either get three of a kind or run, and you just need to get the right pair. Four suits of either runs or three of a kind, and then
Yeah, because
you
you
get
got
a
like
pair, and that's it.
80,000 tiles in front of you, right?
It's not 18,000.
So how many you got? 15?
13. 13.
13 tiles. That's a lot.
Yes.
Normally you play cards, you get 4, 5, 6, maybe. 13 tiles. They're all lined up like this. And you have to look at them and organize them. It can be complex, at
It's
least
really
at the
fun.
beginning. But it is super
I think
fun.
I think the most complex thing is understanding the scoring system because how you have like royal flush, full house, a three of a kind, two pairs, when you play poker and stuff. But the problem is that I think with Mahjong, there's so many different type and it's kind of a point system. So it depends on the type. You can kind of stack the points together. And I think that is the complicated thing. And people get really confused and then they accuse me of making it up on the spot. I totally don't. And I get like pissed off. I think I just need to write things down and just say, okay, this is how it goes. And I don't get pissed off, but I'm just like, oh. And then people ask me, well, how did you learn it? And the thing is that, like in Hong Kong, your parents plays or your older sibling played, and I just
Yeah.
sat there and watch and figure it out. Nobody taught me how to play it.
You got a lot of experience with this game, and that was my first time playing, so I still needed to, understand it and
I
catch up
think
to
you'll
you.
be really good at it.
But
I think you'll be really
you're
good at it,
like,
honestly.
no, we're playing now.
I was
This
like a
game.
Mahjong Nazi.
I know. It was
The
funny though.
the
It was pretty funny. I think that I had a great time. I can't wait to play it again. I forgot how to play, but I'm sure you'll spend another 15 minutes explaining it to me.
You know what? I'm going to be prepared because you're coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like look for online instructions and I'm going to enhance it and write a scoring card so that I don't have to explain it. I'll send it to you in advance. So when you're on the plane doing nothing, you can study Mahjong.
Have
So when
some
you come
homework?
here, yeah, when you come here, you can just like, let's go. And then you're going to beat all of us. I think you'll be good at it. So you know how they
Okay.
say counting cards?
Yeah.
Mahjong, it's so much easier to kind of figure out because all the tile that is flip over, it's all on the table. So you can like look at them and look at all your, the other players, the ones that they flip over. Because if you take a tile from another person, or then you have to show it, right? So there's like a lot of that as well. And I think it'll be really fun. I think you'll be very
Okay.
good at it,
I I'm
honestly.
I'm excited. I can't wait to play it. In the
Yeah.
meantime, this is my game. I show you my game.
Oh,
This
it's
is a
so far along because I think last time it's not that. Oh,
it
where's the
has
eye?
legs.
Where is there an
And this
eye
the
that I
eye.
see the head? Wait, is it standing up or is it
Yeah, it's
rolling
standing up. And it has like oh no, it's like it's got 6 legs. So it walks like
sideways?
this all the
Oh,
ways.
it's like a spider with
Yeah,
6 legs.
with 6
So
legs.
cool.
But
Where
it
did you get the
has like
parts?
well, you can buy them online.
Yeah, but like, are you buying it? You don't have a kit though.
Some of them have kits, yeah. Some of the robots that I build have kits. Like the next one I'm building doesn't have a kit at all, and it's really complicated.
Does this one talk?
I know, but the
Your
one
next
I'm
one
gonna
talk?
build will talk. Yeah.
I want a robot follow me around and get my dog jealous and all that.
Your dog would destroy it.
No, he's a chicken. He's a chicken. So he's getting pretty good now. But you know what? With that said, I really encourage people to get out with your friends to play games
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it's such a good bonding experience. You know, I
It's
personally
so
enjoy
fun.
it. It's just like a good laugh, right? Everybody needs some laughter. So with that said, we are almost at 30 minutes and
Oh,
a
wow.
little bit shorter episode, but I think it would be really fun. We just want to encourage people to play games, and unfortunately, we're not prepared as well as it is. Maybe we'll prepare just to play one game in the next episode. Fortunately and unfortunately, because I see a lot of potential in this one, we'll pick a topic and prepare that. Just play one game before the next
Okay.
episode's topic start.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can play this other one called fake news.
Like you have to guess if it's real or fake
So
news.
you just read a sentence. You know, you make up a headline
Yeah.
for news, or you can get fake news, real fake news.
Oh,
Real news
okay.
headlines, and they sound fake. And then
Okay.
everybody tries to figure out what it's about, and then you have to tell the story after that. But it
Yeah,
requires
let's do
some
that.
planning.
Let's do that next time. We'll play a couple of those games before we start.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Well, with that said, I'm Ronit on the East Coast.
And I'm Westgate on the West Coast. Be seeing you.
And we are
Hopelessly
unedited.
unedited. You should edit this so that we say it at the same time.
No, but we just did.
We didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No,
I think
we
you
didn't.
have some lag. Oh, yeah, we did. We said it at the same time.
Yay!
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Johnson.
See ya.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.